Hey guys, so I want to do a reading on Mike Pence because I was just asking my pendulum about Trump and how he will leave and all that. And I want to do a read on that as well. I've always seen that he's going to just leave. Like he is eventually going to walk out that door. And so I asked, is he going to resign and hope that Pence gives him a pardon? And I got sort of a maybe. I just got a weird energy on Pence, basically, when I was reading on, and I was, is Pence going to give him the pardon? And it was like, it was like no energy. It was just like, it gave me this feeling that I want to read on Pence. And I've been wanting to read on him for a while anyway. So, first, put some upside down. I actually think it's really interesting that this just flipped over, this Page of Cups, because I would read that as a pardon. And I just think it's interesting that I just turned it upside down. Also interesting, as I watch back, there's the Emperor looking at us as well. So we have the upside down pardon and the Emperor, which is basically what we're reading on. That's just interesting. Okay. Okay. So help us to know what's on Pence's mind. Have things been brought up to him? Will he give Trump a pardon? Is he thinking about it? Will he do it? And is this being discussed right now? What are his feelings? What are his thoughts and feelings on this? Is he gonna give him whatever he wants? Or is it possible he would defy Trump? What's going on with Pence? Okay, so here's what I get for that. Nine of Swords. This is the central issue of the read. He is full of anxiety, sleepless nights. So he is very anxious about something. And I'll say that there are so many major arcana here. We've got the Tower, the Lovers, the High Priestess, Death, Strength, the Magician, and we have two aces as well. Oh, and the Moon card. So it's like, this is like a monumental moment, all of these things happening. And it's not like I care that much about Mike Pence's life, but definitely he's in a crazy place right now, and he's got a lot of decisions to make. Here's this covering card, the Knight of Cups. Now, there's something else that Pence has to do. January 6th is the final step in the electoral college process that will declare Joe Biden president, even though it's done. It just has to be this sort of technicality carried out. And the person who's supposed to do that is the vice president, the sitting vice president being Mike Pence. So I think that's what he's very stressed out about, is he's going to have to eventually get up there and say that Joe Biden won, which goes against, here we have the Lover's card, his partner in Donald Trump. At the surface, very interesting, because at the surface we have this Lover's card, and at the base we have this Death card. And like what's coming up is really affecting everything. He is done, this Death card. He is so done with Trump, even though on the surface he's still playing nice. And he still knows for a little while longer he's still the vice president to Trump. But beneath the surface, and we've got this Tower card here, sort of in the near past situation, this is the loss of the election, and also I think the behavior of Trump sort of burning down the republic on his way out is a real problem for him. He's really done. He's so done with Trump. So I think that's interesting. And then the high priestess moving forward, I feel like he is like not sure about what to do and how to handle this. And the reason he has anxiety really is it's not even about Trump. It's about he wants to run for president in 2024. And he wants everyone to love him. This Ace of Cups in hopes and fears, like that's what that told me. That all of this is an issue for him. He has anxiety about having to serve his duty. This Knight of Cups is serving a duty. His duty is to call Biden what he is, the president-elect. In a few weeks, he's going to have to do that. And he also, of course, likes to serve Trump, not because he necessarily likes serving Trump, but because it makes the base happy. And he wants to please the base because he wants their love for his new candidacy, Ace of Cups. So yeah, he's having anxiety over like who to serve, basically, that Knight of Cups with this Knight of Swords, exactly. He's anxiety over what and who to serve. On the surface, it's him and Trump. Underneath, that's over. It's dead. It's over. He knows it. And I think his allegiance to Trump might also be dead. We've talked about that. The loss. And then the high priestess. Yeah, I feel that this is him like sort of going within. This is like intuition, sort of. He's still going within, trying to figure out what to do and how to. It's like he does a balancing act. He always has. And I feel that he will continue to do that. And this high priestess is that taking time to figure out what to do. And I almost feel there's a little bit of a cold shoulder, like I don't know if he can like not answer calls kind of thing. Kind of wanting to duck away from answering to Trump and Trumpism. And then this is really interesting because if you saw, I included in the setup, I was flipping cards upside down, which I do sometimes while I'm shuffling if I feel like I should put some cards upside down. And this card flew out immediately, and I thought, that's the pardon, okay? And I was turning it upside down, and I just thought that was interesting. And then here it is, it ends up in our spread here, which is doubly interesting, especially with this moon card. This moon card tells me something secretive is going on with this pardon, and especially because this is upside down. It may not hold, okay? But I think they are secretly doing this. From my pendulum, I feel like it's not Pence, but I think that Trump, and maybe this has to do with today that he got rid of Bill Barr, or Barr left. I feel like he is trying to secretly work out a pardon. So there's something called a pocket pardon that Glenn Kirshner has been talking about. He's like a super lawyer. He was in the Justice Department. And it's possible for Trump to pardon people and we don't even know about it. It just doesn't come into the public knowledge. And that person can just walk away and it surprises me a lot too. But I'm like, is Trump pocket pardoning himself? Is that possible? I don't know. It's like either he's not getting it, either Pence is saying, I'm not going to do it, or Trump is trying to do it without bringing any publicity to it. And, because Ford pardoned Nixon, and it really hurt his career. And we see here, he's got this on his mind. He has his future desire to be president right here. So he might be refusing, which is so interesting. And maybe like this just kind of feels like a bit of a darkness, a bit of a retreat from Trump. So it's either not wanting to give the pardon or it's Trump, and maybe both, Trump secretly trying to just get the paperwork done for himself and walk away with no one, without making publicity about it or something. Here at the final, I get this magician card. It's like the GOP. I see this as a sort of committee of power. So that just kind of tells me a little bit about him. He will just basically, whatever they tell him to do, he'll do in how to handle Trumpism on his way out while still having to call it for Biden. Yeah, and this is how I get that. Like at the base, when I turn this, there was three more major arcana: this Strength card, this Hanged Man, and the World, which is the completion. It's the end of the journey. So this tells me that he'll do whatever the party wants him to do. The Hanged Man tells me they are still thinking about what to do. They're waiting. That Hanged Man is awaiting. And the completion, like, they're gonna end this thing. I do see here a Six of Rods, which is a Triumph card, with a Seven of Cups, which is an Illusion Delusion card. I mean, first, seeing the World with the Triumph card, it makes me think the completion and the giving it to Biden, which I also do see in these cards. I mean, they have to anyway. It's just, how is he gonna handle it? There's an Illusion Delusion, or this can be like a dream. You know, and I do see this Queen of Swords. I think that Nikki Haley is here, and that's their fantasy for moving forward. But I think that he will still toe this line of suggesting and allowing for the possibility that the election was stolen from them, because it will like help them in the narrative. Like, but I just keep feeling like he'll just toe the line. But they might try to use it to light a fire because it will help them. Sorry, it's not fun, but I do feel he will moving forward in his this Knight of Rods, moving forward in his new solo messaging. This Five of Rods is like fighting in discord. They don't want that. It bothers them that the GOP and the Trumpers, he's going to try to like bring peace, the Six of Cups, simplicity, peace, friendship, let's all be friends. Let's stop fighting. Let's all be friends. And this Chariot would seem to me like a messaging. So, I mean, not that I care about Mike Pence and how he's going to move forward. I'd rather not see any more of him. But you just kind of get the story when you read. Whoever you read on, you're going to get the story. So that's what I get on his plans. Answering to the GOP. And then I do get here this Seven of Rods with this Ace of Pentacles and a King of Rods as clarifying on this magician. He will be fighting to stand his ground when he does, I believe, make that call. So like in the long run, I also do see the moving forward with the financials of his new campaign. And, you know, some of the flack he's going to get for, I guess, not submitting to Trump's conspiracy theory. He will have to fight off the criticism from the Trumpers, which is what I feel in this Seven of Rods. Basically, if Pence can manage to stand his ground and toe that line seen in that Seven of Wands, he will get the financial backing seen in that Ace of Pentacles that he wants from the all-powerful GOP or conservative magician group at the top. And it will all be for his own presidential ambition this time, him as that King of Wands underneath that magician, who is the magician who is really ruling and handling him, which he's totally fine with. I feel he enjoys serving the powerful, doing as they say, and he's almost like an actor who plays the part for them and takes a lot of that glory. They'll just start putting their energies into, and this is where I see that this is the Two of Rods, the new beginning. So, not that I care about their new beginning, but there it is, the Two of Rods. I see, moving into whatever, the next stage, post-Trump stage. It's coming. And then if I get the Four of Swords with the Hermit, which I find really interesting, I feel very much that Pence is looking forward to getting away, to resting from this for a little bit, to getting away from the chaos of Trump. And this Hermit is doubling down on that. And the Hermit also, you know, is the most solo card compared with this Lovers here. It's like, there he is. He's going solo. I do feel this Queen of Rods here with this Ace of Swords. I've been getting this a lot. I feel that this is probably, a lot of people think the new AG will be a woman or someone. It could be Kamala. And this Ace of Swords is a sword of truth. And this Justice upside down right here with this Nine of Pentacles, which is money, and this Three of Rods, which is overseas. I think that it will come up in this period of time. Hopefully it will matter and be there, you know, people will be held accountable. There will be something coming out, some truth. This Justice upside down, that Pence did something very wrong, broke the law or something. Could be some legal troubles for Pence. And yeah, having to do with overseas money. This Nine of Pentacles being like a fortune with this Three of Rods. Overseas money. That seems like it's just like a theme with these people. And Knight of Pentacles could be a sort of witness or a whistleblower that was part of it and turned over evidence. Judgment. There you go. Turned over evidence. Or is willing to be a witness in this. So that's really interesting. So he'll have troubles. He might have plans to go forward, but he's going to definitely hit some problems. So anyway, that's my feelings on Pence. He's very, very anxious about how he's going to handle who and what he serves moving forward and still make everyone love him. And they're not all going to love him because many will be very mad at him and try to push him, try to come after him a bit. And then this pardon thing, something secret going on there, but it's upside down, so it's either weak, it may not stand. A lot of people just don't think he can pardon himself, Trump. And this tells me that maybe Pence doesn't want to do it. He has these ambitions, so maybe they're trying to do something secretive for Trump. Signing his own pocket blanket pardon or whatever, but it won't stick. That's what I say. Okay, thanks you guys. I love having people to share my reads with. I'm glad that you're there. I love your analytical, intuitive minds as well. Feel free to comment or share, and thank you for your likes as well, and your subscribing, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.